Question 2. What is the benefit for revolving the life force through all the chakras number of times through the Sushumna Nadi in the spinal cord or system? Answer. By the grace of Almighty in the process of yoga sadhana, Udana Prana is generated. This Udana Prana, which is later called or named as life force, by the years of sincere practice, passes through the Muladhara chakra via coccyx and gradually ascends through the spinal cord via Sushumna Nadi to the Agya chakra. After piercing through Swadhisthana, Manipura, Dhara or Anahata, Vishuddhi and Lambika chakra, this life force gets settled at the Agya chakra, which is Kutkasha Chaitanya center. It is located in between the eyebrows. Life force energy gets concentrated at this center or chakra. It is two pedals chakra. Here at this chakra, life force either can take vertical path or take the backward path to the Muladhara. It is very important center. It is gateway to Chida Akasha and the highest center for monitoring and controlling the horizontal plane activities. By the self-efforts and Guru Kripa or directions, one can ascend the life force at this level. Above this is the pathless sky path. Life force or light move itself through Brahm Nadi by the blessings of the Almighty or Cosmic Mother. At this chakra, after deep concentration on passing through awakening, dreamy, susupti and turiya stages, the life force gets transformed into the cosmic divine light and ascends through vertical sky path by Brahmanadi to the Chida Akasha gradually, and on passing through the 9 chakras on this skyness path, it reaches to Unmani chakra before piercing through Sahasrara chakra on the way to the mergence with the supernal. If the life force cannot transform into light due to various unforeseen reasons, it takes the downward journey from the Agya chakra back to the Muladhara passing through Lambika, Vishuddhi, Anjana, Manipura and Swadhisthana chakras. Sometimes with the fastest speed it reaches to its starting origin, that is Muladhara. Sometimes it looks as if through astral plane the life force has descended. It can also ascend through the astral plane for the advanced sadhakas. For the life force to follow the vertical skyness path depends on the evolution of the sadhaka and his years of long practice along with the grace of the Almighty. During descent, the life force likely to follow the same backward path and thus completes the one round of revolution in the human system from Muladhara to Agya Chakra and Agya to Muladhara. Again by the presence of lively pranic force in the life force and by deep mental inward concentration or by the advanced breathing exercise of the Kriya Yoga, it can again ascends or climbs up through the spinal cord like a serpent via Sushumna Nadi, and on passing through the various chakras, reaches with the least resistance up to the Agya chakra. It stays there for a few seconds, and sadhaka enjoys the presence of Shakti at the Kuttaksha Chaitanya center before it takes the backward descent path. The mind of the sadhaka with this process of the movement of life force gets fully inward engrossed within the life force and its upward and downward movement in the spinal cord. By repetition of this process again and again in the spinal cord, the sadhaka experiences that the total energy of the system is concentrated in spinal cord and particularly in the Sushumna Nadi, and quanta of energy is moving up and down between Muladhara and Agya and back. In this way, sadhaka feels that all other major system of the body including heart, lungs, etc. are fully relaxed during this process, since the energy has been withdrawn from the entire system and has got concentrated in the vertical spinal column. It is basically jada and achetan or unconscious state for the sadhaka for the outward happenings around him, since the energy from all the five senses have been withdrawn. Under these conditions or status, there is no energy with the ears, eyes, nose, skin and tongue, and the master of energy, the mind, is engrossed and enjoying the movement of the energy in the spinal cord. This is the stateless state of the sadhaka, although mind still being in a horizontal plane up to the level of Agya Chakra. He is in a state of full relaxation. In this state, no physical movement of any part of the body is taking place, and complete system is stand still except auto system of the body, which is in the working mode, and complete energy of the entire system is concentrated in the Sushumna Nadi. Mind is in the thoughtless, silence, but conscious state with the inward awareness of the pranic life force energy. As the life force travels up and down through the Sushumna Nadi, it magnetizes the Sushumna Nadi, since life force is an Udana Prana, a concentrated quanta of the pranic energy. Its repeated up and down movement through the Sushumna generates the electrostatic energy on its tiny walls, and gradually the walls of Sushumna Nadi becomes magnetized, since the sadhaka during yoga sadhana is insulated from the feeble magnetic fields of the earth by insulating himself from the earth by using the insulated carpet or cloth on which he sits for meditation. Once the Sushumna Nadi is fully magnetized, the magnetic charge energy gets transmitted to the spinal cord by mutual induction process, and thus the spinal cord gets magnetized. Since Sun and Moon Nadis, Idla and Pingala are the important parts of spinal cord and are housed in it, also get magnetized during the process along with the other nadis of the spinal cord. In this way, each and every cell of the spinal cord gets magnetized. Gradually, number of spiritually magnetized cells increases, and also the concentration of intensity of spiritual magnetic charge on each cell increases. As this process goes on, Sun and Moon Nadis, after getting fully charged, act as the main source for the distribution of spiritual charge energy to the entire system by the process of breath in and breathe out. This is because of the fact that these nadis are closely linked with the breathing system and breathing process. It is well known that oxygen and pranic energy get distributed to each and every cell of the human system, and thus spiritual energy also get distributed through this process as the reserve of charge of magnetic spiritual energy increases in Sun and Moon nadis of the system. Gradually, by years of practice of revolution of life energy through the spinal cord, each and every cell of the body retain the charge of spiritual pranic energy. Minimum 12 to 20 years of sincere practice may make the sadhaka fully spiritual by body, mind, intellect and deeds. His thoughts and words will become fully spiritual. This in turn increases the mind's spiritual energy and turns the sadhaka a spiritual enlightened yogi. This is a process, but all this is possible by his grace, since Maya, illusion, will try to take him back to square one again and again. But he must get up again and again and walk, like a child, until he or she learns how to walk alone without a support. By the above practice, the body of the sadhaka gets charged gradually with time, and even an ordinary person can feel the certain amount of feeble voltage if sadhaka is just touched. In short, circulation of life force in the spinal cord of the sadhaka or spiritual aspirant turns him gradually to a perfect yogi who develops all the occult powers in due course of time. Paramhansa Yoganandaji has clearly mentioned in his spiritual realization discourses that one round of circulation of life force through all the chakras in the spinal cord gives an evolution of 1 year. This means that by perfect spiritual living of 1 year by thoughts, words and deeds, the amount of spiritual energy which sadhaka accumulates in the system, one round of travel of life force from Muladhara Chakra to Agya Chakra and back renders the same amount of spiritual energy to the system, and one round of this travel of life force just takes a few microseconds. Thus, Kriya Yoga leads the accelerated evolution to a devotee or sadhaka so that in his lifespan itself, he can be self-realized soul, can achieve mergence with the supernal and may attain savikalpa and then nirvikalpa samadhi in due course without any restraints by the blessings of Almighty. This quickens the evolution process and one becomes spiritually realized in this birth and can become Jeevan Mukta or liberated soul by the grace of his Guru and Mahavtar Babaji, which otherwise would have taken several uncounted births. The above, as discussed, is the benefit of the ascending and descending of the life force in the spinal cord in the human system. No other process can render such benefits and make an ordinary human being a self-realized soul in this lifespan. What is basically required for this highest achievement in one's own lifespan is burning devotion, immense patience, rigid desire or sankalpa, and above all Guru's grace and kindness and blessings of the Almighty.